now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad like, thug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Dad like, thug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Yeah. Dad like, thug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it. What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. It's been a minute.
It's been a few, yeah.
I've been gone, off gallivanting around the world, but I am back, and I am better than ever, ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you lose weight or gain weight?
Gained so much weight.
Clearly.
Erica's mom... Couple things. So we went to Montana.
Anytime you go on vacation, there's a better chance than not that you're going to come back heavier.
There was like a 2.5 week span where I literally was not hungry for a minute during that because she just kept on giving me food. I'm like, you fed me 2 hours ago, and her food is amazing.
Yeah.
She's like, I made deep fried breakfast wontons, and I'm like, how am I not going to eat that? But I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and you still ate.
I'm a nice person, so I didn't want to offend her, So I actually didn't eat as much as I could have. But anyway, so I'm back. You're visiting Montana. Your in-laws in Montana. When we got there, and I'm sitting down, and I don't know, somewhere halfway through the first day, Erica says to me, hey, Dan, my dad wanted to let you know, just so you know, any guns that you find lying around are loaded. And I was like, guns lying around? Like, What do you even... She's like, well, he's got guns in different places in the house, you know, and he wanted to let you know that they are... I mean, what did he think? I was going to start just picking up guns and just, like, pointing them at my eye?
Yeah.
He'd be like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good call. Here's the thing. There's guns like...
Any guns that you find lying around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bathroom shower.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, just one right on top, just in case, So,
under the pillow cushion.
Mount Rushmore of places to hide a gun in your house. I think under the
mattress.
Under the mattress. Yeah. That's the big one, right?
That's the big one.
Okay.
Dresser drawer.
That's a big one.
I mean,
I
if
think
you want to go
one
safe,
in the main area, right?
A safe. You hide them in a safe.
Yeah, maybe
in the fridge.
Gatling gun at the top of the steps. Turret. Yeah. So, So I'm back from Montana. Thankfully, I didn't find any guns lying around. And
there's guns lying around my house. Half of them are loaded. So treat them as though they are.
Yeah. No, you should always treat every gun as though it were loaded
with live ammunition.
Is there another kind of ammunition?
Blanks.
Oh. See, I'm not a gun guy.
That's why Alex Baldwin should have checked the gun before he killed that person.
Isn't it Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be inmate Baldwin, but whatever.
Yeah. Is he not in jail?
I don't think so. He will never serve time.
No.
Well, and my mother-in-law also, she's a big fan of Mike Lindell, and she gave me this book, and I have not read it. I might not read it, but I have spent 4 or 5 hours just doing this to the cover.
It's one of those, what do you call that? Like a hologram?
Yeah, hologram type book. And the back is the same kind of deal. I don't know, which camera should I be pointing at? This one?
Because he was a alcoholic and
it's
cocaine
from
addict.
crack addict to CEO, Mike Lindell. What are the odds? So anyway, I just thought it could become, I don't know, somehow something. Although our studio is going to change within the next few months, and it's not going to be so eclectic. It's going to be a little bit more classic. We're going to grow up a little bit.
We're going to try.
We're going to try to grow up. But
I think
our new studio landlord has been very clear. I think the exact words from the landlord was, "I don't want any of that crap in my house." So,
Yeah. Can we go back to the book for a second?
sure, we can go back to the book.
I think every single book should have a from to statement about the author. Mm-hmm. Like this one, right? What are the odds from crack addict to CEO? Mm-hmm. Like if I wrote a book, it would be like from fat high school kid to fat adult.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. Here's good advice. Just open it up randomly. Chapter 24. I was quickly learning that it's much easier to maneuver your way into an ownership of an existing product than to invent one yourself. Write that down.
Words of wisdom right there.
So
Now, is that crackhead Mike Lindell or is that CEO Mike Lindell's talking?
I don't
would say
know.
it's CEO Mike
I don't know what
Sounds like
at
it.
what chapter he changes from crackhead to CEO. I mean, also,
There's
can
no
you be
warning.
a CEO and a crackhead? I
Yes.
think you can.
The answer is
it's
yes.
not one or the other.
No,
It's
I would
not-
suggest not.
The
doing
Venn
that.
diagram does cross over.
At some point, yes.
Yes. And it might even be a bigger chunk than most people think. Mm-hmm. Because I think crack is an upper. I could be wrong about that. But I
Yeah.
think it makes you more
A
productive.
stimulant.
So as a CEO, you're going to want to get stuff done. Just get some of that nostril candy and
Well,
This
that's
is
what
the
Hunter
Wolf of Wall
Biden did,
Street.
right? Hunter Biden did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got no trouble at all. So
None.
we should be able to do it.
If
freely.
Hunter can do it,
Yeah.
they're passing out free government-funded crack pipes.
Yeah.
Obama crack pipes.
Well,
Get
they're
your Obama
Biden.
phone. Biden.
Biden's the one that's doing it
Okay.
because of Hunter, is what I'm thinking.
More like Biden inhalation.
No,
Bidenhalation.
no.
Bide deck the halls. With
I
the-
did that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Joe Biden.
Okay. So, is there anything you want to talk about? I got stuff I can talk about.
Okay,
I got a couple of Mount Rushmores. I've got a couple of beefs. Right. I've got
I like a good beef.
I love a good beef.
Especially the roast kind.
There's a guy at work who has some. He's younger, like 18.
Yeah.
At one time, he had picked up like this wrench and shook it because he was mad. And I don't think he would ever, he was mad at someone, and I
Sure.
don't know, it's just
Who
what you
hasn't
do.
shooken a wrench in rage?
Pick up a
you
big
know?
pipe wrench and shake it at someone.
Yeah.
But
Why I oughta.
now
Yeah,
me
there's
and
probably that.
another guy from a distance, we always, I got no beef with you.
Yeah.
I got no beef with you. And it's fun
Yeah.
until one day he loses it.
And then he does have a beef
And
with you.
he does have a
And
beef
then you're
with us.
ground beef.
Yeah. So, Estelle, I get a text last night. I'll open with this pretty quick. I get a text from Estelle probably about 10:30 last night. And she says, is there any way to hook up my iPhone to my laptop to watch things?
Oh.
Because I don't have Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And I said, some type of dongle or cable, maybe. I said, why don't you have Wi-Fi? And apparently she just moved apartments and the new Wi-Fi isn't hooked up yet. And so she's at college and there's...
Can she use her phone as a hotspot? I mean, I don't know. I know
No,
we
it
don't need
doesn't-
to work that out here right now.
I know.
Okay,
Well, she
sorry.
doesn't have the hotspot option. Right? And she wants to watch things on her laptop.
Sure.
And I told her her old apartment is still there with her old roommates. I said, just go back and download some stuff on your laptop.
Sure.
She was, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. And, but it was late at night. It was 10:30. And she's like, they're probably sleeping, whatever. So the next morning she sent me a text and she said, so I decided to, I made a playlist on Spotify of some Lauer Road Radio episodes to listen to while I slept.
Oh, okay.
And I had some weird dreams.
Sorry. Yeah, you
That's-
would. have
that's what
some
she
weird
said.
dreams. Yeah.
She had some weird dreams because she was listening to Lauer Road Radio
Yeah.
as she went to sleep.
We encourage listeners to listen to us. Our dulcet tones will lull you to sleep. We've always
Yes.
said that.
Well, I mean, some people, that meditation, the prayer app, and, healing words of, of David, the poet. But that's not this show.
We've never read poetry before.
No.
I just realized Estelle is as pathetic as her father.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't listen to the show.
I never listen. I'm
That's
just gonna
true.
act.
Live
No,
or recorded or later.
Yeah, sometimes in the middle of the show recording, I'm like, whoa, where am I?
What percentage of service dogs
Is this your first thing?
are legitimate?
Oh,
7.
7.
You feel like 7%?
That might be high. No, we're talking about emotionally support dogs.
I'm just saying you're in the store, you see a service dog. What percentage of those? Because we would say some of them, like the ones for the blind people,
obvious.
those are legitimate.
Obviously.
So that's in the pro-legitimate phase.
And would it also be like a police dog?
I don't know that a police dog. I think police dog is a work dog.
Okay.
I don't view it as a service dog. There are other service dogs. Now, there are some service dogs that the reason they exist, and I have a friend, someone that I knew. I'm trying to blank. I'm blanking on who it is. But either way, this dog had some sort of ability to alert its owner before he had a seizure.
Okay.
So they can smell something in their blood. I don't know how they do it.
I've heard that, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So that's a legitimate service
And
dog.
if they're trained, if you do have a seizure, they get help.
Yeah, and they can get help and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel very judgmental in public when I see a service dog because
You should be.
Like, that's no service dog.
Yeah, you're just a snowflake, and you can't take this, and you just want to have your puppy with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And you think you're special, right?
Says the man who has the dog with him everywhere.
He's here with us today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got a new dog. My old dog got hit by a car, and we got a new dog, and I take it everywhere.
Yeah.
Almost everywhere. Tonight I took it to soccer. 3 or 4 nights a week.
Yeah, but you're not taking it into the grocery store, and you would not set it up as a service dog.
No, I would not.
No, you would not.
No.
Somewhere there's a bunch of psychologists out there just writing prescriptions, letting people have their dogs.
I think it's probably 1 in 10.
You think 1 in 10 are legitimate?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's more not.
You feel like
No,
you're seeing a lot of people out there with just pets walking around the store, and like it's a service dog.
I think the ones you see in public.
it keeps me emotionally.
I think that people have emotional support dogs at home. I don't have a problem with that.
Do you have a problem with public emotional support dogs?
Kind of.
Because it's like, if you're really that bad, then just stay at home.
Yeah, what are you doing in public? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do kind of think
What's
that.
the dog going to actually do for the rest of us when you lose your crap?
Listen,
I am.
this
It's a podcast.
brings me.
all
So
we
before
can
the
do.
first of all, I had a really good thing for one of our episodes,
Yeah,
and I
I'm
never
sorry
got
about
to
that.
share it.
Yeah.
But you guys talking about this, it leads right into it. Can I share? Can I share my thing?
Is he done with his thing?
Are you done with your thing?
Sure.
All right. So, a couple weeks ago, me and Savannah, we're in Mansfield. We're in TJ Maxx. Walking around. I hear some lady talking to one of the managers, and she's like, and it's just disgusting. And the manager's like, oh, we'll get someone on it right away. I'm not paying attention. So I'm walking through the store, just looking around, and I walk back to the back main kind of aisle that cuts across the store, and I see a manager walking towards me. So we're walking towards each other, and I'm just kind of looking around.
You were it.
I might have been.
Disgusting
It's
blob of a thing.
So I'm just,
He's just walking around TJ Maxx.
with his shirt off. I don't know. So we're walking, and I make eye contact with the guy, and I give him the friendly nod, and he nods.
Do you
at
do a
me.
down nod or an up nod?
I got a whole thing on
Okay.
this. This is
On
one of my
nods?
things.
Great. Our
An
names
up nod
are
or
all
down
leading
nod?
to
We'll
each
go
other.
next with that.
yeah.
Okay.
Good
Anyway,
nods.
you give him a
So-
friendly nod.
Listen,
Give him a
I love a
friendly
good
nod.
nod.
No, just hold on. We want to give this its full weight.
It
So-
deserves a full
Yeah,
section of the
this
show.
is more than just a rabbit trail. So continue, and then we'll go back.
So I give him the down nod,
Okay.
and he nods at me, and then I notice the more I walk towards him, his face kind of starts to shift, and he kind of makes this almost like look, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? And then I see this look of just sheer disappointment, and you can tell he's upset.
Yeah.
He might be getting ready to cry. He might be getting ready to scream. I
And
don't
he's
know.
looking at you.
And he's looking dead at me, and I'm confused.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
And I take one step forward,
Oh no.
Vomit.
and I stepped in something.
Yeah.
I take a step with my left foot, and I kicked something. Then it went rolling, and I saw it roll. And I look down, and it is a pile of dog crap
Oh.
in the middle of TJ
So
Maxx.
what'd you kick that rolled?
A harder turd. So I stepped just flat in the main pile because I'm not looking at the floor.
So the harder turd probably came out first.
Had to have. It was the plug. And so I stepped in the main pile, the big pile.
Oh, we know
with my
the-
right foot.
Yeah, I know the main pile.
Yep, main pile. Kicked either the first one or the last one.
The plug
and,
turd.
And I have no clue. And so I look down, And I look behind me, and there, because I'd taken a couple steps now.
Yeah.
And now I've tracked it a couple
Now
steps.
you're just
so I
waist deep in dog poop.
In TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
And I recognize, like, the guy just puts his head down and just pure
Wow.
defeat. And I go, I am so sorry, man. Like,
Why are you sorry? This guy's got
'Cause I
dog
just-
crap lying around his store. Like,
I-
this is his
well,
fault.
I just tracked it through,
Are
and
you how are you haphazardly walking so much that you,
Dude,
do you feel like you would have seen it?
Not in
No,
a million
I'm
years do I
looking up.
step in a pile of dog poop
Listen,
at TJ
A
Maxx.
pile of dog poop and a dog
Well,
poop plug.
I'm looking up, at the shelves, and when I said I'm
You're
so
not generally
sorry.
aware of your surroundings?
Yeah, but I don't expect to
I
see
feel like
dog
you should
crap
be able to
in
smell
TJ
it,
Maxx.
like, and then be on alert.
I-
Like,
And the
something.
fact that someone else said it's totally disgusting. Obviously, it's not just like
the moment I hear someone say it's totally disgusting, and I see a manager walking to me with the look of
Well, listen,
consternation
everything
on his
stops.
face,
A couple
then I'm
minutes
like, "What's
apart.
going on?"
couple minutes apart. I had time to walk to the back of the store.
time to look.
So I say, I'm so sorry, man. I'm like, and so now I'm like walking on my tiptoes, trying not to
Like,
track it.
It's like
and he looks
on your
at
mouth.
me.
You're just doing the
Yeah.
inner lip thing.
Yeah. He looks at me and he goes, "Why would you expect there to be dog crap in TJ Maxx?" And I said, "Good point." And so I walked to the bathroom, wash off my shoe
And just
in the sink in TJ Maxx.
you took off your shoe.
Well, no, I
Did
was
you
walking-
take it off?
No, I was walking on my tippy toes.
I know, but okay,
the
stop.
bathroom?
Yeah, how'd you get the shoe off?
Well, I
Did you have to touch
grabbed
the
it.
poop to get to the shoe?
No.
Okay.
But he comes in
To the bathroom?
Yes, like 15 seconds after me, with all the paper towels and
Yeah.
just puts it in the trash can in the bathroom.
What else you gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Take it outside to the dumpster,
Mm-hmm.
and he just dumps it. And he was just he was defeated. You could tell. Like,
Yeah.
I felt bad. I went to Savannah.
Mistakes were made.
I found Savannah, and I said, I don't know what's worse:
Hmm.
the fact that someone brought a dog in here and let it crap in the middle of the store,
Or the fact that you
or the
stepped in it.
fact that I stepped
Yeah.
in it and tracked, because I tracked it 4 or 5 additional steps.
How are you not
I don't know.
immediately like I just stepped in something? You took 4 or 5 additional steps.
Well, because I stepped in it with my right foot and I kicked something with my left foot, and so I was trying to figure out what I kicked
As you continue to walk
as
through
I
the dog
continue
poop.
to walk. Yeah, because I'm like, I kicked. Huh? What I kick?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Like
It
you
was just-
felt the weight of it when you kicked it. Is that what it was? Like
Yeah.
it was that
yeah,
dense.
It was
Yeah.
dense. Yeah,
Like a tennis ball?
give or take.
Like a golf ball.
Golf ball. Yeah.
Okay.
Golf ball dense. Did
Rough.
it have divots in it like a golf ball?
Well, after
Dimples?
I kicked it, it had at least one.
Did you get like 10% off your purchase?
No, I found Savannah. I said, Savannah, we need to leave right now.
Yeah.
I said, I feel, because now this
You
guy
probably
is at the
could've-
front of the store.
Yeah, you could have.
You could have got something out of that.
I should have.
like
I
you
should have
could've.
slipped on it. Fell all dramatic.
Into
fell
the dog
right
Tell them
into
that
it.
you're allergic to dog poop.
I own a dog.
Have a
boarding
seizure on the
business.
floor. Yeah.
I need
could've
an
got some-
EpiPen.
We need to take.
EpiPen.
I need an EpiPen. Oh, what? An EpiPen.
I'm allergic.
I'm speaking English here.
But I wanted to tell that because that's like the last
Okay.
place you expect to step in dog.
All
crap.
right, here we
And
go.
it was
Mount
probably-
Rushmore of the last place you expect to step in dog poop.
Well, okay.
TJ
I feel like
Maxx.
I don't know if TJ Maxx is the last
Well,
place.
Not anymore. I don't know if I can ever go into one again.
well, there's some obvious places you would expect it, like
No.
a park.
That's okay. Cool. We can do the Mount Rushmore of places you would expect to step in dog poop. Dog park,
Dog park.
Dog boarding kennel.
Dog boarding
I own
kennel.
one.
Yeah.
I step in it all the time.
a regular park,
Yeah.
and
Baseball diamond.
what?
I've stepped in poop at a
Well, yeah. I mean, you have, but
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean,
your
basically,
chances
your yard if you have a dog.
Oh yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
random
that's just
front yard.
Random
front yard.
Dog
That is.
yards.
Now, this I think is more fun. Mount Rushmore of last place you would expect to step in dog poop. And I feel like I would not expect to step in dog poop at TJ Maxx, but I don't think it's going to hit the top 4 of last places I would expect to step in dog poop.
What about the archway over St. Louis?
I would not expect that.
No, you're in the arch. You go up. You go look out the glass. You would not expect to step in dog poop right
The
there.
Sistine Chapel.
Correct.
I mean, I'm not.
heaven itself.
Well, all dogs go to heaven.
That's
Wow,
true.
I don't
but
think
their,
so.
Their poop is
Does it just
made
fall?
of Laffy Taffy in heaven. So
You got little kids
Yeah,
just
just-
running around.
Mine tastes like strawberries.
Mine tastes like poop. What?
Okay.
I must be in hell.
The St.
arch?
Louis Arch,
Yeah.
that definitely, obviously. The Space Needle in Seattle.
Yeah. I would say like an ice hockey rink.
An ice hockey rink, like on the ice.
On the ice.
And then
I
this-
would never expect to step.
And then the
never.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
I feel like somehow if I was in the Taj Mahal, I would be like looking for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't
There's
know.
definitely some cow poop in there.
Isn't that in India?
Yeah. It's
Yeah. In India, yeah.
There's
you're
poop
gonna,
everywhere
you're
in
gonna step
India.
in poop. Human poop, cow poop.
Yeah, there's a billion people and a
Elephant
billion
poop.
more animals
Yeah.
shoved in a tiny little spot.
I mean, it's not really a tiny spot. India's pretty big, but
It's
still.
like, I think it's smaller in the United States. And there's a billion people. There's not a billion people in the United States.
Not that we know of.
That is true. So what was the Mount Rushmore?
So, of places you're not gonna
step in dog poop.
the St. Louis Arch, the Space Needle, the
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel, and an
Ice hockey rink.
on the ice.
On the ice. in the stands, maybe.
Fair game.
But if you did,
well, it's probably because someone's emotional support dog. Because I was thinking, I
But
didn't
not
see
on
a
the
dog.
ice. It's
feel
not
like-
happening on the ice.
Because I didn't see or hear a dog. The only indication that there was a dog in that store was the deuce.
can I say that maybe it wasn't dog poop? Is that possible?
Listen, I have a pretty good nose for it.
Then why did you smell before you came up on it?
It's not that good a nose.
He was looking for deals.
I was looking at the throw blankets.
I love a throw blanket.
Okay.
Now, here we go. So here's my question is, what is the, because everybody has one, what is the face that you make when you made inadvertent eye contact with someone in public who you don't know? You
Okay.
follow?
Stranger.
So you're walking along, stranger, and, you make eye contact with that person, and you're not going to stare at them like dead eyes like that. You're going to there's a face that you make, So mine is...
Every
It's
white
a
person
grin.
ever.
It's a grin.
It's a
with
toothless smile.
Listen, it's not even that. Your eye expression did not change. It's just the.
Here it
it's
is.
the eyebrow.
So I'm walking along. So that's mine.
Okay.
Now it doesn't even,
Is
it
this-
doesn't have a nod down or a nod up. It's just a, maybe it's just shake. I might have a shake,
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind of thing. That's
Okay.
mine.
I think it depends on who I encounter. So if I encounter someone that looks like me, like scary bearded dude,
Racist. Yeah. Okay.
like a redneck.
Uh-huh.
I think I do the head back.
Sup?
Yeah.
We got something in common.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I see you.
Let's
Okay.
go, Brandon.
Yeah.
There's that.
If I see
Careful.
Yeah.
I think but
If you see somebody not so much like you,
if I see someone not so much like me,
Mm-hmm.
I think I go out of my way to be like, like do the hand.
how you doing?
I do a hand and head down.
I feel like it has to be a
Like
toothless.
it's almost, excuse me, like I'm bowing.
yeah,
Right? It's
just-
like I'm sorry.
It's a subservient.
Yes.
I submit to you as
I submit.
another person.
Yes. I don't. Please don't punch me. Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
But if I see someone who looks like me, I'm very confident. That's the head
Yo.
back. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And then if I see a woman of the opposite sex that I happen to have been staring at,
A woman of the opposite sex.
which would be a man.
I don't know. I feel like I used to see ugly women in public, and I used to be like, that she's not so good looking. But now
It's like you
I'm
wonder.
doing all this detective work. Like, I wonder if that's even a woman. I don't think it is. I'm not sure.
A member of the opposite
It
sex.
used to be back in my day, ugly women just used to be ugly women.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we don't even know if they're women or what.
I saw one in Office Depot the other day, and she had a deep voice.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and she's got a dress on.
Uh-huh.
She's a little bit older though,
Yeah.
and her calves and hands
Sure. That's
Man
how you
were
can tell.
man calves.
If you ever
man
wonder if you can,
hands.
if it's the calves tell the story.
Yeah.
You gotta see the calves, but they don't like that.
They don't like that.
Anyway, everybody's got the face.
Listen, I have
But I'm
two.
saying, if I see a person of the opposite sex from me, happens to be a woman, I think I quickly look away
Yeah.
because I don't want to address it
Right.
at all. I was looking at the dog poop at the floor.
Sometimes the looking beyond is a good one to go.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Like, yeah, I'm not looking at you. There's something behind you. What is that?
You kind of
you're
move him
both
to the
cowards.
side a little bit.
That's good.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
cowards.
That's one of my favorite things. I'm married.
No, not that.
Jesse does
you
that
just
thing
hit on
I
every
have two
woman you
things.
see.
Jesse
Yes.
does a thing where his hands go like this, and then he levitates in the air, and his hat like goes up and down, and smoke comes out of his ears. You know,
No, I have two. I have two, and it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Sometimes it's the Jim Halpert from The Office.
Okay.
Because not
Okay.
really grin. It's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes I just.
What's happening with your
happened to my
microphone?
mic?
I don't
It
know.
just
Pay it.
it
You're
wiggles.
such a mess.
Sometimes I just smile and maintain eye contact until they break eye
It's a
contact.
power move.
And it's always very friendly.
Oh,
So when you
See, look,
yeah.
he broke eye
I
contact.
know. I don't like it.
No, I don't like-
immediately looked away.
I
Why
don't
is
like
my
that.
mic
Yeah,
doing
I don't like
this?
that at all.
Please don't break it.
It's already broken.
I know,
It
but
keeps
listen, don't
leaning
mess
on
with it
me.
anymore. It's fine. Okay, just stop
It
touching
just keeps
things.
leaning.
Okay, when you're driving in a car and you see people,
Yeah.
what's the expression?
Well, if I'm driving a truck and the other person's driving a truck,
It's the finger lift.
I give them the finger lift.
a single finger or a double finger.
I
I think I do it.
think I do it two finger, but hand on the wheel.
Yeah, yeah, and just two fingers up.
Yeah, that
thumb.
thing.
You rotate.
If it's another truck.
yeah, exactly.
Other than that, I don't need to do anything.
If I happen to be in a truck and he's in a truck,
I've
I'll
noticed
do the finger thing.
I've noticed that when I'm walking and I'm walking on a crosswalk, and sometimes some crosswalks have the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and so you get a good idea. But a lot of them just have the blinking
Flashing.
hand,
Yeah.
and so you don't know. Do I have 10 seconds? Do I have 2 seconds?
Right.
And so sometimes I just go for it, and then as I'm halfway through the road, it turns
Yeah.
green, and I give the same.
yeah, I did.
You know,
that.
the
yeah.
wave, like, sorry, this
Yeah.
is what it is.
The other day I saw you as I was driving down the road. I yelled, "Hey, Dan!"
Oh, you did?
Yeah, dude.
Was I with somebody?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
a member of a different community. Is that how you say
It's
that?
my friend Bunty.
Bunty.
He was
Is he
he was born in India.
India? That's what I thought. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't want to say black.
Because somebody yelled.
'Cause I didn't know who he was.
He goes, "Did somebody just yell your name?" I was like, "It happens." So I was like, "I think so." But
Yeah.
okay, that's funny.
That was me.
All right.
I was trying to get your attention, but there was a truck in
We
between.
looked around. We couldn't see where it came from, and
and then I yelled, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Dan, woo!
Yeah.
That was me.
I don't know why I didn't know it was you. In hindsight, I
Yeah.
should have known. But
Did
yeah.
somebody just yell your name?
He's like, I was like, man, a lot of people
know me.
No, not a big deal, but
Humble brag.
I'm kind of known.
We're
you know.
downtown Marion.
Don't you know?
I have a loft.
Yep. I live in a loft now.
Here's the
Yes.
thing: when you live in a loft,
People know you.
people know you, and sometimes they shout out your name when you're walking in public. So, yeah, no, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was me.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a mystery, and he wanted to investigate more, and I was like, nah, just leave it. We don't need to.
We
get
were late for soccer
We
practice.
don't need to get to the
I was in a
bottom of
hurry.
this. Mhm.
If we were early, I would have swung around the corner and yelled something else.
I
But
like how you called Bunty a member of a different community.
yes, because I didn't know what he was.
Yes.
He was not one of us. He did not look like us.
What if God was one of us?
I think there's that song. What are you doing over there? Now he's handheld microphone
I
like he's a
can't.
stand-up comedian.
I mean, I'm
What's
pretty
the
funny.
deal with African swallows? Why aren't they like European swallows? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Well, the stupid thing's broke,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna hold.
Okay. Just like
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Try not to like ruffle it.
If I'm being honest,
Okay.
Please do.
for a couple weeks, Dan wasn't here,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a lot more of the attention.
That's true.
So
did.
now I'm just kind of I'm
Trying to get
missing
the
that,
attention,
trying to
yeah.
get it back.
Yeah.
So sorry, Bunty. I didn't know what he was.
Indian.
Indian, yeah. I would
No,
not have guessed that
But
from a
although,
distance.
although he's one of the whiter people you'll ever meet, as far as just the
what
way
does
that
that
he
mean?
It means he's
Yeah.
like a
Explain
white.
that.
Do tell.
If you talk to him on the phone, you wouldn't know he
You'd
was.
think he's a white
He doesn't sound like.
Like Patel at the 7-Eleven.
He doesn't sound like Patel. Although I don't think Patel is from.
He's Indian.
Is he Indian?
Oh yeah, Mr. Patel.
Yeah.
Totally
What are you
Indian.
doing in my store? I've asked you not to be in my store anymore. Bunty moved here when he was. I was friends with Bunty for a long time, but I didn't know his whole backstory about moving here. So we're just, I don't know, my son and me and he were talking about it and stuff. And his dad had an engineering degree in India, but it didn't transfer here. Yeah. So when he moved to America, he had to get some new schooling and degrees and stuff like that. And so he worked at this. He ended up working at this place. But then when he was a kid, he's like, but my dad also needed a second job too, just to kind of help pay the bills and everything. And I was like, where was the second job? He's like, it's kind of cliche. And I'm like, I was like, where did he work? He's like, he worked at a 7-Eleven. He's like, I know. So anyway, yeah.
Sounds like a white dude.
Yeah, he sounds like a white dude.
Okay.
He dresses like, a preppy person.
Okay.
Does he wear sandals with jeans?
I don't think so.
Every Indian person I've ever seen in public,
they do
wear jeans and sandals.
They do like the jeans and sandals, don't they? I'd never put that together, but I don't think he's that guy.
We better not be.
Well, he's been here for a while.
Since he was 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Well, that's tricky. No,
Why is that tricky?
Well, according to the U.S. government, he's 40.
Okay.
But he's actually 42.
Okay.
It was just hard. There's just
the
some
math
things.
doesn't equate. It's like metric and English
Yeah,
system.
in India, they start
like dog years.
They start your age 6 months before you're conceived, because they figure
they're planning on it.
Well, they were thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The moment the man puts his arm around the woman in a movie theater, it's when like baby.
Yeah.
So
it's 18 months from that point.
Yeah. So he's like a year and a half older than
when his dad first put his arm on his mom. 18 months later.
And by the way, he didn't find out till he was like 20 years old.
Until he was.
And he's like, I wonder why I was bigger, stronger, faster than every kid in school.
Full beard.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He was pretty impressed with himself.
Yeah.
Until he found out.
I would have been miserable if I was 2 years older than everybody. I think.
I don't know. I was miserable and I was what I was.
I was too, but I think I'd have been more miserable.
I think most people are, really.
You want to do Netflix? Or?
Yeah, I think it's about Netflix time.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
He's worse than Gideon.
Yes, and that's hard. Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
I purchased this documentary about...
Wow. Purchased a documentary.
Yeah. Because it was not streamable. Okay. I purchased it the day it came out.
It's called 5,000 Mules.
No. Okay. Although it's 2,000 Mules.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah. Anyways, stop touching the mic. Every time you touch the mic, it makes a noise. Just leave it alone. Stop.
It's so awkward.
Stop.
The way it is.
I know. I'm going to mute you, and you'll be done for the show. Just sit there and be good.
Is that what you want, Jesse?
No. Is that what you want? You're doing this to you. I'm not doing this.
Jesse, you have a choice to make right now. You can make a good decision, or you can make a bad decision.
It's going to be so hard for me not to do it now.
Just leave it alone.
Sit on my hands.
I mean, we have like 10 minutes. You can go 10 minutes without touching that mic.
It's just so
okay?
long.
I know. Just leave it alone. I swear, he's worse than my kids. Teddy's 10 and is more mature.
Yeah.
And that's saying something, because Teddy's not really that mature. He's a goofball.
That's why it's so funny. It's a documentary that you purchased.
Yes.
It's called
Alex's War.
Alex Jones.
It's about Alex Jones.
Okay.
So a third-party company approached Alex Jones to make a documentary years ago.
I'd like to have my own third-party company one day. It's always been a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Just to own a third-party company.
It's not self-produced. He did not produce about himself.
But he gave them permission.
He gave them permission, right. And so he had turned down a bunch of previous ones because he didn't trust that they were going to give him a fair
He
shake.
doesn't trust most people, does he?
No. And I don't blame him. I'm a big Alex Jones fan. Everybody knows this. But I like him a lot. And so this lady comes in. Her name is also Alex. And
Small world.
she hung with him basically for 2 years, was around him all the time. The cameras were always rolling. She met all of his staff, everybody there. And she, coming into it, had a completely different impression about who he was. And so hanging around him for 2 years, you can't hide that. It's not like you're going to,
Sure.
you could pass it off for a week.
Right.
Put on a show. 2 years of this, you're not putting on. And the last 2 years were very crazy.
Those were crazy years.
Including, COVID and January 6th and all this other stuff. So they did a very fair job. They had some negative things about him and some positive things.
Yeah.
But they just told his story. And it's very, very good.
Okay.
I would strongly suggest watching it.
And what is it called again?
Alex's War.
Alex's War.
Yeah. I don't know if it's streamable or if
I don't like the word Alex's.
Yes.
That's clunky to me.
It's a little clunky, but you know what it is. As soon as I said Alex's War, you knew it was Alex Jones.
Well, you watched it, so I just assumed.
Yeah. Anyways, it's worth watching, and I would also suggest it's worth purchasing. Only because I think we need more documentaries like this. Just telling the truth. We're not slanting it left or right. It is what it is.
Hey.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Yes.
I don't know what that reference means, but
It's about when you're eating potato chips.
and some fall in your shirt.
Some fall in your shirt.
Some fall in the chair
and then
beside
just
of you.
kinda shake them out a little bit.
A lot of times I eat chips without a shirt on and they fall on my chest hair.
Yeah.
And they're there like the next day.
Let chips fall
Nice
where they
little
may.
surprise.
Yeah. What's your Netflix suggestion?
It's a show on Amazon Prime called Night Sky.
Okay.
Familiar with it?
No.
Sissy Spacek and J.K. Simmons. Do you know who J.K. Simmons is? You'd recognize. He does
I know
the
J.K. Rowling's.
Yeah, he's this guy. He does those Allstate commercials.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
You know, probably this guy right here. That's J.K. Simmons. Big fan. I like J.K. Simmons.
Big fan.
Big J.K. Simmons. Sissy Spacek, I could take her or leave her. She's
that-
fine.
Who's that? Do you got a picture of her?
Yeah, I got a picture of her. She's been around for a while. That's her right there.
Oh, mama.
Jason's making eye contact with her in the store.
No, I'm not averting my gaze. So, Sissy Spacek was born in 1949. So, I mean, honestly, for being, she's born on Christmas Day, December 25th. All right.
She's fine.
I hope I look that good when I'm 100. So, Night Sky is a TV show.
Okay.
Episodic in nature. It follows, I'm just going to read the description. Follows Franklin and Irene York. I like making up a fake name, don't you? Like,
Yeah, did you just make that up?
no.
Oh.
Like Art Vandelay is the greatest
Yeah,
fake name
yeah.
of all time. A couple who years ago discovered a chamber buried in their backyard which inexplicably leads to a strange deserted planet.
I like it.
You're already interested, aren't you?
I'm all in.
The series centers around Franklin and Irene York, a couple who years ago, I just read that. They've carefully guarded their secret ever since. But when an enigmatic young man enters their lives, the Yorks' quiet existence is quickly upended, and the mysterious chamber they thought they knew so well turns out to be much more than they ever could have imagined.
Is this a
So it's
C.S. Lewis situation? Silent Planet?
what does that even mean?
I don't know.
So
I just want to.
here's the thing about Night Sky.
Okay.
I have not finished it yet. It's slow. But I like a slow television
I
show.
like a good slow show.
I don't like everything to be like
You don't
Avengers.
have to rush it. Yeah.
I don't need something to blow up every 5 seconds.
I don't need it to blow up.
I don't need fight scenes.
I don't need fight
I don't need
scenes.
chase scenes.
I don't need chase scenes.
I just need a plot. I
Yeah.
need narrative.
Yes.
I want interesting dialogue. I
Yes.
want good acting. I
Yes.
want something that makes me think.
Yes.
And I don't need all of that stuff. And this is
It's the opposite of Fast and Furious.
Yes, whatever the opposite of Fast and Furious
Slow
is.
and mild mannered.
Slow and what's the opposite of furious? Happy.
Content?
Slow and happy. That's kind of me in a nutshell, don't you think?
Definitely
You are
the
slow
part,
and happy. Yeah. You are slow and happy.
Slow and happy. That's not a bad name of the episode, by the way. So, anyway, instead of fast and furious, I'm slow and happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That hit me in my tickle box. So,
Don't label it tickle box. We do not want those search
No.
engines tied to us.
Might get a lot of views though.
Hit me in the tickle box. Do not hit Dan in the tickle box.
no.
That's all I got to say.
No, you don't.
I've seen it once or
That's
twice.
when the clock starts on a baby being
18 months later, you have an Indian baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Dan's tickle
2-year-old
box.
Indian baby.
Anyway, Night Sky. Now, it apparently was based on a book or multiple books. I have not read or I was not aware of the book series. I did a little bit of research. It came out in 2022, so it's fairly new. But they said it's not going to be renewed for another season, which is why I haven't watched the whole series. I
Yes.
watched the first 6 episodes, I think. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I thought, and Erica and we were watching one episode a night in Montana before we go to sleep. We're like, man, we really like this. But we, on purpose,
Slowed it down.
we're gonna
Happy and
just
slow.
want, we're not
Slow
gonna
and happy.
stay up all night and watch this.
Yeah. You're not going to binge it.
I'm not gonna binge this. It needed more thought, and we were really enjoying it. And then I read that, and I just lost all motivation because I feel like what I read said that it didn't end on an absolute cliffhanger,
Right.
But they obviously wanted more,
Right.
to explore it more.
That's why I refuse to watch anything that only has one season or something that's
I
pending.
know this has happened to me a couple times.
I hate it.
And but
the
I
worst.
will say it's very good, and I do like J.K. Simmons, and you obviously like Sissy Spacek.
Yeah.
And other than them, there's not one actor in the whole thing that I recognize, which was interesting. They're all kind of like very random people, because normally you see an actor, and even if you've not seen what they've been in, you're like they've seen a trailer with them in it or something. Just those two are the main actors, and then there's some other people in it. So Night Sky, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I would encourage you to watch it, but watcher beware. It's just going to end in season 1. So that's what I've been watching. And I've been rewatching Cheers lately. We decided that instead of rewatching Frasier, we would start with Cheers.
yeah.
And then when Cheers is over, then we'd start watching Frasier.
That makes sense.
So put a little bit of time in between
What are
it.
you watching that on? Peacock?
Paramount. Or
No.
Peacock. No,
Peacock.
Peacock. Yeah, Peacock.
Does Peacock... I thought we canceled our Peacock, but I still have access to it.
Because there are free things.
There are free things.
Yes.
Okay.
That
That's
anybody
what-
can have. Like you can have the first 2 seasons of The Office or something like
Okay.
that.
That's what I was wondering, because I think Murder, She Wrote's on there. Because I've been watching a lot of Murder, She Wrote.
I'm sure they made that free.
Well,
I don't think anybody's going to Peacock for Murder, She Wrote.
I
They just
stayed-
had it. And
I
so
went
they're
for
like-
Tottenham. I stayed for Murder, She
So a
Wrote.
guy was like, like uploading everything onto Peacock, like on day 1. And he's like, we got 10 seasons of Murder, She Wrote. He's like, I don't know. Just put it on there. You sure I don't have to? It's like, I don't know. How much space do we have left? And he's like, that's not even a thing. He's like, put
We
it
got
up.
plenty of space.
We got enough
Space isn't the issue. The issue is, do we want to be associated with this content?
Yeah. And they did, and they do.
And I watch.
And you're the better for it.
Yeah. I like Murder, She Wrote. And I can still watch it. Now it has commercials.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the thing. I don't like the commercials.
That's the thing. I don't like commercials.
But I don't want to pay. So I'm in a tight spot.
You are in a tight spot.
I think Netflix is suggesting they might come with commercials for a
Yeah,
cheaper
I don't
price.
have Netflix anymore.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Also, I heard that the latest season, there's another season of Alone on Hulu.
Yep.
Polar Bears?
Yep.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
So someone told me, because I just watched the last season, the Grizzly Bear season, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
So have you watched this one?
No, I saw part of season 1 and then I stopped.
Oh, okay. Well, I like Alone a lot.
I think I would like it too. I want to live it.
I know you do, and
Yeah.
I think your plan is not that bad.
Mentally, I'm prepared. And I think I could be there for a year.
Yeah, put on 300 pounds
Of peanut
and-
butter.
I don't know why.
I'm just gonna eat 300
it
pounds
has
of
to be
peanut
peanut butter.
butter. I'm just saying, I could put on a lot of weight with peanut butter, and that's what I would do. I would just eat peanut butter.
Well, one guy.
nonstop.
So there's this one guy. His name's Biko, I think is his name
Okay.
on this last season, and I won't say whether he won or not, but he made it pretty far.
Yeah.
And he was
didn't win.
over 300. He was over 300 pounds going into it.
Okay.
And that was part of his strategy.
Yeah,
He
that's
was-
my strategy.
This guy, they give like a little background to every character and they show them at home with their
Yeah.
kids and stuff like that. This guy's very eccentric. First thing he did, because you can't have jewelry on the show, and he had like all these rings and stuff all over him.
Yeah.
So he got a squirrel bone and put it through his nose. Like that's the first thing he did, was to keep his nose piercing going. So the whole season he's got this like bone in his nose, and it talks about him being in a pagan folk band.
Okay.
So
Okay.
which is like a thing.
Yeah.
And they showed him and his other guys in this like weird, like there's like animal skins everywhere, and I laugh every time I think of this. Is that I'm watching the show. It was me and Michaela and Erica. And then Levi walks in and sits down on the couch and starts watching it, And I said, Levi, this Biko guy, he's in a pagan folk band. And Michaela, not even skipping a beat, looks over and goes, he plays the teeth. Because in the thing, he had like a skull and he had like a wooden stick and he was like brushing it up against these teeth.
Okay.
But that just really made me laugh. She's like, he plays the teeth. So anyway, that's his strategy. But I heard that there's another one.
Okay.
That it has polar bears in it. And I said, well, where do you watch this? And they said it's on Hulu. I was like, awesome, I have Hulu.
Yeah.
And then I went to turn it on, and I have Hulu no more.
That was my Hulu.
It was. Well, it was Stella's.
I was paying for it.
I would always log into her profile because I didn't want you to know that I was watching it.
She has a lot of anime on hers.
That profile of Hulu is very confused because it's documentaries, old sitcoms, and
Anime.
Yeah, and it does not
And
know
musicals, probably.
It does
She does
not
a lot
know
of
where to
musicals.
go.
Yeah.
It doesn't know what to
Who
suggest.
are these people?
For like the
Sickos.
for like the recommended for you.
Yeah,
it just spits out something random every
It doesn't
time. It's
know.
like I'm not
It
even gonna
doesn't even try.
Just-
No. So I'm a little upset that I can't watch the latest season of Alone. I rushed through the last season because I knew that there was an end date to my Netflix. So I binged that one where I would have, drawn it out a little
Listen,
bit.
come September, we're going to start to cycle stuff on and off.
Well, in September is a new season of Great British Baking Show.
Netflix.
So
Oh, and
I'm going to have.
Yellowstone's coming back towards the end of this year too.
It's going to be
Mr.
woke.
Kevin Costner has hacked me off.
Oh,
He's a liberal.
It's going to be woke.
and they're all liberals. They're all
Are they, though?
morons. Most of
Is
them.
Most
this
of
guy?
No, that's the least liberal.
He's a real American right there.
Yep.
Mike
He-
Lindell.
He's a little too conservative for my taste.
When they say "Make America Great Again," he's
I'm
like,
like,
"Yeah, when there was slavery." Oh no, no, Mike.
Whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa. Mike,
not
Mike.
that great.
How does he think he makes his pillows?
I was just gonna go there, but no.
Cotton.
It's the best cotton in Giza. From the
Giza.
Egyptian slaves.
The Egyptian slaves.
Yeah,
Not-
we don't do American slaves anymore.
don't do
Those are
American slaves.
Egyptian,
Egyptian
slaves.
slaves, that's fine.
Yeah.
I
Well,
get
they
it.
enslaved.
That's their deal.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. You
Listen, how it comes to me, as long as I'm
know?
okay.
I feel like a slave is a lot of responsibility. I don't
To
even want to
own.
have a dog. Like, why would I want a human?
Yeah, it's
I just don't. I feel like slavery is just
have a couple
way
humans.
overrated. I have them, but I'm actively trying to get rid of them.
yes.
Yes.
You've been emancipated.
I'm not trying to
Yeah.
keep them. This show's not going to make it, so it's too bad.
It's fun
All right,
while it lasted.
It was, but it ain't no fun no more because the party's over.
Kitty Marks.
So how about acceptable? I love to throw a banana peel out a car window.
Oh, it's one of my Mount Rushmore of things to throw out a window.
I'm glad we're on the same page. We were driving the other day. I was taking Abby to her babysitting job, and she was eating a banana for breakfast. And she's like, "What do you want to do with the peel?" I'm like,
Throw it out the window.
"We in the country, girl."
Even in the city.
Even in the city, but in the city, I won't throw it in someone's
places,
yard.
Yeah, there are places to
You
throw.
get a wide, deep ditch, you can throw it in there.
Or an open mailbox.
Ideally. Either way, Mount Rushmore of things, because you and I would agree, you can't throw everything.
Okay, Mount Rushmore
Out of
things
your
that
window.
we have already thrown out the window, or things...
Not just the Mount Rushmore of
Let's
stuff
not
to throw out
implicate
your car
ourselves
window.
here, Jason.
Okay.
Banana peel,
Yeah.
apple core, orange peel.
Pea cup.
Empty bottle of Fireball.
I see those everywhere.
Yep. I do too.
Why is it Fireball, by the way? Why is it? Because I feel like those are everywhere.
Yeah.
Of all the things that people could drink, people do seem to.
They like the Fireball.
They like the Fireball.
I don't know why.
I'm not anti-Fireball myself, but I don't throw the empty ones out the window.
You won't. No, I don't.
I've thrown some pea cups out the window.
Pea cup.
Yeah, you pee in a cup and throw
I
it.
get
I don't
it.
want it in the car. I was driving with
Why are you peeing in a cup?
I'm not. My kids are. We were driving to soccer, and I get a call. I thought the game was like at noon. I get a call at 10 o'clock, and it was Gideon's coach and said, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
I said, "We're at home." She goes, "Are you coming to the game?" I said, "It's at noon." She goes, "No, it's at 10.
You moron.
Yeah. So I woke Gideon up. He was still asleep.
You heard there was a record that stopped at that moment.
Yeah.
And then the Benny Hill music kicked on,
Yeah.
and then everybody ran
Yeah.
super fast.
And so I grabbed Gideon. I'm like, your game's right now. We got to go. We drove 110 miles to Ontario. And it was...
Canada.
Canada.
Wow.
Yeah. Ontario, Ohio.
Oh.
And as we're driving down the road, Gideon didn't have time when I woke him up. He literally grabbed his clothes out the door. And about half an hour down the road, he's like, "Dad, I got to pee." He hadn't done his morning pee yet. And a lot of times that morning pee is the loaded one. It's the one you have more pee. And I'm looking around, and there was no Gatorade bottles, but there was a full-size Panera cup.
Okay.
Filled it up to the brim. I mean, yeah, exactly. And he's like, "What do I do with it?" I'm like, "Throw it out the window." I don't know what to do with it. There's
Yeah.
no cap. There's no, And it was a paper cup, so it's biodegradable.
I remember when I was like 10 years old. So like growing up, our dad would drink a can of pop in the car. And then whenever he was done with his can of pop, he wouldn't throw the can out the window.
Yeah.
He would take the can and he would turn it
Shake
upside
it.
down.
Yeah.
And just whatever was left, just like that. And he'd shake it out the window so that way he didn't have, random whatever,
Juices in the car.
And so I was 10 years old, and I thought, well, that's what you do. You know what I mean? And so we're driving along. I drink my can. I took it, and the moment I put it out the window, the wind caught it, and it flew away. And I was like, I was not expecting the resistance that I met from the wind.
You learned a lesson that
I
day.
learned that day. So somewhere on Hyatt's Road, there's a can of Coke.
There's an A&W. Oh, it's Coke. Yeah.
Yeah. Banana peel,
Uh-huh.
apple core, orange peel. I don't know.
Empty bottle of Fireball. No. Listen, drive down any country road and you'll see it.
Well, yeah. Mount Rush. Okay.
Pineapple core.
Coconut shell.
Pizza crust.
I'm eating the crust.
Chicken bones.
Okay.
Lobster shell.
This is all food related. McDonald's bag.
Is there anything non-food related? Because the things you throw outside are biodegradable. That's why you throw them outside, because nature's going to take care of it. We don't have to worry about
Pea
it.
cup was a paper cup from Panera. It was biodegradable.
Okay. All right. Well, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Boo-Boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
Write that down.
I have a fully formed Mount Rushmore of the Mount Rushmore things you crawl into.
Oh, yes.
I got
gold.
I got
Mount
good,
Rushmores are
I got good stuff. So I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. But on the way home from Montana, it was just me and Erica and Levi and Grace. and the bathroom stops are few and far between in specifically western Montana into North Dakota. And I'd already no, it wasn't. It was I didn't have to pee either. And I'd had my morning coffee, a couple hours ago, and I told Erica, I was like, I gotta use the restroom. And she was like, well, let me pull up my phone and see where there's some stops are. She's like, the next stop is in like 20 miles. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta go. And so I took the exit, like the first exit that I saw, and she was like, what is your plan? I was like, I don't have a plan. So I pulled over. It's in the middle of nowhere, so there's nobody around. And thankfully, there's like a ditch right there. I ran down in the ditch, and in the middle of the ditch, there's like a concrete part. And I just, dropped it. And I when I got out of the car, I said, Grace, I'm sorry. Cover your eyes.
And your ears.
And apparently,
and plug your nose.
She put the whole blanket over her head. And and it was so much crap. Like, because I was off my schedule. Like, I wasn't regular on vacation. It was the biggest. I almost took a picture and sent it to you guys.